Good morning once again. You are welcome to the 2019 election studios of River State Television to the 22 UH Port Harcourt. This time around we are giving you the collection of results of the governorship and the House of Assembly elections that were suspended on the 9th of February, right? And we were in to give you all the details. Today a lot is happening. As some of you recall that after the suspension of the election, so many grandstanding, shenanigans, a lot of issues, people running left, right, and center to ensure that the election is either continued or totally cancelled, except the suspended election because of some level of violence. We've gone through the process of finding, where fact-finding committee was set up, and fact-finding committee came up with timelines, and the timelines began on the 29th, right?
Yes.
Yes. And today is the 2nd of April, so the timeline will continue. And today is the collation of results, and we are collecting results. Of course, you know that results have already been collected in 17 local government areas, and the results are yet to be collected in some other 6 local government, concluded in 6 local government areas. But specifically, Aporo Dual and Gokana local government areas may not have any collation today, as a possibility of conducting supplementary elections in those 2 local government areas. As for Ahoda East, about 27 units out of 100 units were fully collected, and that leaves us with about 73 polling units may have to pass through supplementary elections. That will be about on the 13th or so.
Yeah.
And of course, you know that INEC has a constitutional time limit to conclude everything about elections in River State, and that time limit is 30th of April. That's when everything about election ought to have been concluded, announced, and by May 29, officers, elected officers and officials will be sworn in. So we're praying that in River State we do not go beyond this constitutional timeline. Talking about security, about 1,000 police officers have been recruited to man the collation process. 1,000. About 300 civil defense personnel are also going to complement the activities of the police officers who have been there. And a lot of stakeholders have been giving kudos to CP, Commissioner of Police Usman Belel. My friend Michael Chukuma, has given a lot of kudos for securing the environment for this election. Because ordinarily we wouldn't have had any election today from the kind of what do you call it, threat that we're having all over the place. And of course, in today's election, we have INEC Electoral Commissioner Mrs. May Abamuche Mbo leading about 18 others from National Electoral Commission to conduct this process, and the process is taking place at INEC. Of course, you know that there is no security from Waterline to GRA Junction have been cordoned off, and the police commissioner has apologized to Nigerians that area is a no-go area, and people should avoid that area. So we hope that Rivers people will take serious caution to avoid anything that will infringe on the process this time. I think that River State should be let free so that we won't have any issue. I'm not here alone. I'm here with Solomon Brett, SMB, to do justice to this. And SMB is here to talk about what is going on. SMB, what next is on the line?
Well, the process of collating results of the governorship and House of Assembly elections have just begun today. And then we want to believe that all interested parties will allow INEC to do its job. I think that has been the part of every right thinking Riversman.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes, and then going further from there, 17 local government areas, INEC says they have already collated results, and it's in the strong room of INEC in Abuja.
Strong room of INEC.
Strong room.
Yes. Yes, what's happening to Asarito and...
I think Asarito is one of those local government areas where the complete for what I told us.
First election for what they call it, Bukana and Abroad.
In Digima, there are about 17 wards. That's my local government area. Out of the 17, they've been able to collate results from about 10. So it remains 7. So we don't know whether they will do supplementary elections there or...
No, supplementary elections. And then you have Ahoda East. We talked about Ahoda East.
Yes.
27 units out of 100. There are some local government may witness supplementary elections.
The most important thing here, Mr. Bond, is that there is this massive deployment of security to the INEC office, and of course its surroundings. Of course, there are also departed from sister security agencies like the Civil Defense, and all that.
And then you have 1,000 coming up. Let's do some background work here. Let's look at how prepared INEC is. Professor Okoye, the INEC spokesman, presented a press briefing on this particular election. Let's see what he has to say.
Following the issuance of the timetable and schedule of activities for the 2019 general elections in January last year, the Commission successfully undertook all planned activities, culminating in the conduct of all but a few of the 1,558 offices and legislative seats. Certificates of return have been given to the President-elect, the Vice President-elect, and members-elect of the National Assembly. Presentation of certificates to governors-elect. Certificates of return in respect of governors-elect shall be presented by supervising national commissioners of the respective states between Wednesday 27th and Friday 29th March 2019. The supervising national commissioners will be assisted by resident electoral commissioners and legal officers of the commission. The precise date for the presentation in each state shall be made known by the respective resident electoral commissioners after consultation with their supervising national commissioners. For the state houses of assembly, the date of presentation of certificates of return to the respective winners will be announced in due course. On the issue of supplementary elections. Supplementary elections will be conducted in 13 states of the Federation on the 23rd day of March 2019. Details of the states and constituencies where these elections will take place will be uploaded on our website before the close of work today. All observers and the media accredited by the Commission to cover the 2019 general elections are free to observe the elections. They will have unimpeded access to the materials distribution centers, polling units, and the various collation centers. Arising from the meeting held on the 19th day of March 2019 between the Independent National Electoral Commission and the security agencies, the latter have given the assurances of adequate security, professional conduct,
exactly what we needed on that. But we are still talking about the elections, to what Collation's point today, and we were talking about this all kind of brigandage, attempted threat to disrupting the process, people calling for protests left, right, and center, and of course INEC has assured Nigerians that something worthwhile will be taking place in Rivers State and that will be transparent, which would satisfy every well-meaning Rivers man, except you have other ulterior motives. And Solomon, you see, we'll have different camps, protests there and there, and there's even a report that about 5 persons were arrested on Abaro.
Yes,
who tried to get involved in that protest, about 5 persons and all that.
Yeah, I think it's unnecessary to actually embark on protests of whatever guys. The most important thing is that Rivers people, every right-thinking Rivers man, should allow INEC to do their job. And what is their job? Elections went on. Elections were conducted, and then INEC has 17 results so far collated
in their struggle.
And what is remaining is quite infinitesimal.
Police being their bedroom,
6 local government area remaining. So, and the result so far collated is in the strong room of INEC, as INEC rightly told us. So, why are people protesting? Although it is everybody's right, it is citizens' right to protest, but in this case, I mean, protesting that INEC should cancel the elections will mean that signing the death warrant of many Rivers people. We saw what happened.
Yes, and Rivers State government banned all protests.
Yes.
I don't know where I have that clip. So, but before then.